Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Off Axis Builds. I got my son here in the garage. We're going to do the daunting task of cleaning that front beam so we can paint it. There's a lot of grease up there. I probably could pull it off the car. I just don't want to spend the time to take it off the car. So what we're going to do is use some citrus degreaser, heavy duty degreaser. We're going to just scrub away at it, wipe it down, scrub away, wipe it down, and hopefully we can get it down to a good point where we can paint it, okay? So this is going to be a couple hour job. Not fun, not looking forward to it. It's the least of my favorite jobs to do. But got my son here, he's going to be helping me out on this and learning a little bit about how to prep before paint. Alright guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that little bell for upcoming notifications. And also check out my new clothing line on Teespring. I got a link down below. And let's get into it, guys. Alright guys, so that is the beam we're going to be cleaning. As you can see, let me get you in a little bit closer. As you can see, there's just a lot of grime built up on that whole beam. Okay, and being the fact that this is going to be more of an open front look, I want to make sure that's clean. So we're just going to scrub away, get all that grease off all the way down. My son's already started on the right side. What we're going to be using here is the citrus degreaser. Now they make different brands. I just happen to have this in the garage. They make stuff that's stronger than this. They make stuff that's a little bit less weak. And obviously this is 100%. So you're going to mix it with water before you even start the job, okay? Important thing to know, when you're done with all this, you're going to want to scrub it down with water after you've done all of your scrubbing. So let's go ahead and start in on the cleaning.
Alright, so you see all that grime right there? Or look at this side. This has a lot more grime. You see that? You see those lines that I'm making? That happened over 60 years of driving. And it slows your brush down quite a lot, so you really got to get in there and do it. So what you're going to want to do, see that black right there? You're going to want the whole thing to look like that smooth black, not like this grime on the screw.
So we have mixed, I believe we mixed it about 1 to 1. Yeah, they want us to mix it 1 to 1 for medium soils. You can mix that if you want to make it a little bit stronger. So I went ahead and put maybe about an inch or 2 at the bottom here, and then about an inch or 2 of water on top, okay? Just to dilute it down so it's not 100% citrus degreaser. So we're just gonna get the brush wet, like my son said, just scrub away. Some of this might be paint from all the overspray that I've been doing, but most of it, I gotta say, is just grease and grime. You're just gonna scrub away. You can see it starting to clean up.
So you see that layer of grime right there? You really got to scrub to get it off. But it slows down my brush quite a bit. Even when I use this. I mean, this helps a little bit. But yeah. I mean, that's what this pipe used to look like before we started.
Yeah.
Been working on this for about an hour.
Yeah.
And so it looks
Alright guys, so this front beam was a little bit more involved than just cleaning the grease off. After I started cleaning it off, I realized there's a lot of overspray, and I just wanted to clean it up and make it look a lot nicer, get some of the rust off of it. So what I wound up doing is I scraped off as much grease as I can. I'm sanding down the beam to smooth out the paint levels so it doesn't look so jagged. And then I'm going to continue over here with the degreaser and scraping off of some of the other paint, and then I'll sand it down. I think it's going to come out a lot nicer doing it this way. I'm not going all the way down to bare metal. I don't think it needs that. If you want to do it on yours, fine. But in this case, I think it's going to be just fine sanding it down, making it look clean, and getting down to the good paint, and then painting over that. So my plan here is to finish this side, and then I think that'll be done, and then I will paint it another day. So it's getting close there. I think I'm definitely going to pull this sway bar off before I paint that. Also, I'm going to paint the sway bar. I think I'm going to go red on it just to make it stand out a little bit more. So got that, and yeah, let's just keep going. So you can see there's just tons of buildup right in here. Scrape all that off. The brush is working, it's just not as efficient as I'd like it to be, so I'm scraping off what I can, and then I will still use the degreaser to clean off the rest of the grease so I can actually get paint to stick. And actually, I think I'm going to wind up cutting this off. This is the old steering linkage that connects to the beam. I have rack and pinion on this, so I don't need that steering linkage anymore. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this bump steer, not bump steer, but the bump stop for the steering. And also I'm going to remove this shock, steering dampener shock mount, I should say. So let's go ahead and cut those two off and grind them down. Alright guys, so I think I got this beam pretty much cleaned up. I got the mounts off for the two steering components. Pretty happy with it. Now I'm just gonna wipe it down with some acetone and clean it up and get all the dust off before I spray it. But I think it's ready for paint. So let's go ahead and get it painted. Alright guys, thanks for joining me on another episode of Off-Axis Builds. I got that front beam cleaned up. My son and I spent probably about 3 or 4 hours on it. Probably easier to pull it off, honestly. I just didn't really want to do that because I just didn't want it. Anyways, so my son and I got it done. We got it all cleaned up, sanded down. I got those 2 brackets taken off, ready for paint at this point. Just got to wipe it down with a little bit of acetone and then put some primer on it and then put some black on it. Anyways, thanks for watching another episode of Off-Axis Builds. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. And remember guys, it's always built, not bought. See you on the next one, guys.